We have a filming corner. Hi everybody, my name's Lainey and I'm trying to read through all of the books on my bookshelf that I have not yet read by the end of 2020. And this video is not going to help that because it's just one extra book every month. This video is not sponsored. I just wanted to give like a heads up about book of the month. I'm trying book of the month for the first time. This is truly just like a first review, first impression ordeal. A couple of new things. Welcome. I love this setup. Along with my dresser and my desk chair, I bought a ring light for my phone and it goes over the camera. So if the quality is a little bit different, it's because I'm using the front camera, but it's totally worth it because I like the ring light. The second I turned it on, I noticed such a huge difference and I love it. I love it. I love this corner. I love that even if you can see like a little bit into my closet, that's okay because you can see my entire bookshelf. You can see my records, you have my candle. It's just so good. So let's talk a little bit about book of the month. I've never done book of the month before. I've always had a little bit of interest in it. I'm going to be all the way back here for some parts. I'm going to be all the way up here for some parts. So go into the book of the month website and you can view their 5 books for September and you get to select one of them to come to you in a box. For the month of September, their 5 books are Transcendent Kingdom. The description for it says, a push and pull between science and faith as a child of Ghanaian immigrants copes with loss and unanswered questions. Next book after Transcendent Kingdom is called Cast. Isn't Cast somebody's book club book? I thought that Oprah picked it up for her book club or... Anyways, I thought somebody picked it up for their book club. But it's Cast by Isabel Wilkerson. The description reads, a look at racism and caste in America and abroad that goes beyond what you learned in history class. The 3rd book and book of a month is a debut by author, does he have 4 names? Friends, I was not ready for this at all. Yeah, he has 4 names. The author of Winter Counts, his name is David Heska. Wow. I'm going to stop at Heska. He's got 4 names and I just don't want to mispronounce anything or butcher anything. The description says, follow a twisty path of vigilantism in this gritty crime novel set on a Native American reservation. I do believe the author himself is Native American. It says on his website that he's a member of the Sinkangu Lakota Nation. It's cool to get that kind of representation. But we'll talk about that. Let's go through the other 2 books. Book number 4 is by Frederick Backman. He's the author of A Man Called Uva. This novel is called Anxious People. And the description for this one says, of all of the ways to botch a bank robbery, this one takes the cake. Cue the hilariously flawed hostages. The last one is called The Last Story of Mina Lee. The author's name is Nancy Kim, and the description says, a story to fill the generational gap between mothers and daughters, sprinkled with mystery, self-discovery, and love. It's also Nancy's debut book, which is really cool. At first glance, I love that there is inclusion in Book of the Month. I love that it reaches authors who are big, like Frederick Backman. A Man Called Uva was on bestsellers for months, and if not years. Then it also reaches debut authors, and it reaches authors of all different backgrounds. I love that there's so much representation in these books. They range from debut novels to sophomore novels, fiction to nonfiction, authors that we know versus authors that we may not be familiar with. And right off the bat, that was what drew me in. There's a pretty wide range of genre through the book. Ya's book is considered literary fiction, Cast is history, Winter Counts is thriller, Anxious People and The Last Story of Mina Lee are both contemporary fiction. Along with the September books, you can go back and look at all of the books that Book of the Month has offered. I believe you can go back and pick a book that was already featured in Book of the Month. So if you don't like any of the 5 books from September, you would have the option to go back and pick a book from a previous month that they featured. On the All Books page, it's divided up into categories so you can search them a little bit easier. The categories include famous authors, repeat authors, Book of the Year finalists, and then they get divided into genre from there. Which is cool because then you can go back and choose a book that is a little bit more tailored to you and you're not just offered 5 books that you may not be totally interested in. So if there's not a book that I really want to read in October out of the 5 books that they choose, I can go back. The 3rd thing that I wanted to point out on the website, what was my 3rd thing? Oh, the 3rd thing I wanted to point out on the website is the price. So for your first month, it's $9.99 for the book plus free shipping. Every month here on out from your first month is $14.99, which is Still significantly cheaper than you would pay for a new hardcover book, depending on where you bought it from, but probably not. Most hardcover fiction books tend to range around the $26 to $28 range. Even if you're buying from a bigger name bookstore and you have some sort of membership program, card, discount, what have you, it's unlikely you're going to be able to get the book for $15 the month that it has come out. So I think it's a good deal. You can also cancel a month if you don't see yourself reading a book, or if you're reading your September book a little bit slower into October, you don't have to pay for October. If I have missed anything about Book of the Month, if anybody watching this participates in Book of the Month and any of the information that I'm giving you is totally wrong, please leave a comment down below so we can talk about it. I have my September box here. October box is available on October 1st. I'm on the How It Works of the Book of the Month website, and this is just going to be kind of a run through of bullet points of things that I didn't mention. First one is that you can get more books. If you get your book the first week of September and you already read through it, you can always go back and get another book too, so you can get multiple books in 1 month. I think one of the things that's totally worth emphasizing is that you can always skip or cancel. If you try it, you don't like it, you don't read it, you don't like any of that, like, you can always skip a month, you can cancel your subscription, and it's not like if you're canceling your gym membership and you have to write them a letter with all of your information. It's totally just like go online and cancel, which is cool. I am curious to open the box up, which I have not done yet. I received it yesterday, but yesterday I worked for 13 hours, so I didn't open it yesterday, but today we can open it together. I thought it would be cool to kind of do an unboxing on camera of it. Yeah, let's do it. I don't want to light my hair on fire. Oh, is my hair? Whoa, is my hair out? Okay, so it comes in a box. That's the size. It's truly like hardcover book size. I'm currently reading In a Dark Wood by Ruth Ware, but like a hardcover book can like perfectly fit in this box, which is nice. And it comes, I don't know. Do people want this info? Oh no. I made a currently reading bookshelf and I just knocked it over. That's okay. It happens. It's delivered by the U.S. Postal Service, so it comes through mail. Let's open her, baby. I'm really excited. Can we just like, I've been so excited for this to come in the mail for a while. I bought this and I bought a pair of mom jeans, and I've been equally as excited for them to come. The mom jeans fit great. I hope this book doesn't disappoint. It's just sealed with like a piece of blue masking tape. Open it and it says, "You've got great taste," which is cute. It's got this little, wait, you can see my ring light. Is she a real YouTuber now? You can see it comes with this little Book of the Month thing that we're going to get into. The book that I chose is The Last Story of Mina Lee. It's about a mom and a daughter, which out of all contemporary fiction, I like to pick books that are more character oriented and also books that might be somewhat relatable. And for me, it's me and my mom. My mom's my only parent, so I enjoy reading books about mother-daughter relationships. It's the reason I like Gilmore Girls so much. Oh my gosh. I don't know what this is. It just says Book of the Month. EST 1926. Okay, so this pamphlet is a little bit of an introduction to the Book of the Month, which is interesting because I've never done it before, so you get a little bit of their history. The first page talks about the 5 books. It's the 5-book bookstore. It says only 5, featuring just 5 books every month, mean we can hold our books to a super high standard. Then you can meet the 2 people that run Book of the Month. It tells you that the editorial team are the people that like carefully select the books to make sure that you're getting a good book selection every month. They feature books on the Book of the Month website that date back to 1926, starting with The Sun Also Rises by Hemingway, which I have not read. So then there's a Book of the Year award, and her name is Lolly. Our first ever Book of the Month from 1926, Lolly Willows. So the 2019 Book of the Year was Daisy Jones and the Six. 2018 was Circe. 2017 was The Heart's Invisible Furies. And 2016 was All the Ugly and Wonderful Things. And then there's just a little thank you, which is cute. Along with that, there is a bookmark that says, "Until We Read Again." The Last Story of Mina Lee, which I'm really excited about because I don't read a lot of adult contemporary fiction. I've been reading a lot more contemporary romance. I just finished Talia Hibbert? I have Hibbert in my head, but she does the Brown Sisters series, Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Just finished those. I've got The Wedding Date. I can't point to it. I've got The Wedding Date on my shelf back here. That is a leftover August read. So aside from contemporary romance, I'm really excited to get into more contemporary fiction. But you get to keep the books, which I think is really cool. I have a bit of a problem. Not a problem. I love the library. But if I really enjoy a book, I have to give it back. I'll choose to go buy the book. And by then, I'm like, what do I need to buy it for? I've already read it. So it's nice to have one to have and to hold in my hands. It says, Margot Lee's mother, Mina, isn't returning her calls. It's a mystery to 26-year-old Margot until she visits her childhood apartment in Koreatown and finds that her mother has suspiciously died. And then it's gonna get sentimental, so I'm gonna be on the edge of my seat. I'm going to be crying. I'm going to get invested in these two women. I'm so excited for this. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to getting into the book and to looking at what October's picks are. That's all I have for the video. Thanks for hanging out. I will leave a link down below for book of the month if you want to try it out too. If you already do book of the month, let me know what you think of it. Have you skipped months? Do you have any qualms with it? Or do you really like it? Because I have not started this book at all. I just unboxed it. But I'm really excited for it, which is what this channel is all about. So I will see you next Thursday for my next video. Bye!